Well, the witness says he wants to testify in Hausa language and wants to swear by the Quran. Kadang Sunanka.
Sunana Abi Waqas Umar.
Ni Abi Waqas.
Ni Abi Waqas Umar.
Na rantsuwa da Allah kaman.
Na rantsuwa da Allah cewa
duk abin da zan faɗi.
Duk abin da zan gaya wannan.
Gaskiya zan faɗi.
Gaskiya zan gaya.
Ba zan yi karya ba.
Ba zan yi karya ba.
Insha Allah taimake.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya taimaka min.
Malala soke in Hausa language.
Please, if you can give your full name again to the committee.
Sunana Abi Waqas Umar. A-B-E-E W Waqas W-A-K-A-S Umar U-M-A-R.
My name is Abi Waqas Umar. A-B-E-E-W-A-K Umar U-M-A-R.
Where do you live, please?
In Akake.
Ejura.
Well, I live at Ejura.
Does he have any role or position that he plays in Ejura?
Why cannot one say chicken Ejura?
No, one Masai.
No, I don't have any position in Ejura.
Is he related to any of the persons who got injured or deceased in this incident?
Why, what and
relation could mean friendship. I'm talking about, does he have any relationship with any of them? Not necessarily only blood relationship.
Wai ke da waɗanda suka tawafa ko waɗanda suka ji ciwon nan wasu suna da alaka ko dangantaka.
Naam, Ibrahim Mohammed Kaaka, relative nani.
Well, I'm a relative of Mohammed Ibrahim Kaaka.
And how is he related, if you can tell the committee?
One dangantaka ke tsakanin ke da shi.
Kezi nani.
Kezi. Lord, he is my cousin.
So was he in Ejura on the 29th of June 2021?
Wai cikin wancan watan da ya wuce kwanan shi 29. Shi kana Ejura.
That was on
29.
29th, Ejura.
Yes, my Lord was in Ejura.
Tuesday can go.
29.
29th, come on Tuesday can. Ejura.
Okay, so can he tell the committee what he knows or what he saw or heard about the incident on the 29th?
Da shi mun baka hanya. Duk abin da ka ji ko ka sani game da abin da ya faru ka fadi mu.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin wa salatu wa salam ala Rasul al-Karim wa ba'd. Najin on 29th kenan, that was on Tuesday. Batun 29th ake ko?
Na muna batun.
29th kenan najin da safe mun zo an kawo gawan kaka dare da safe mun ka zo an kame wanka an ka daddale komi da komi an ka sa lokaci 10 a.m. cewa za mu je a bisa kaka.
Lord, on that said day 29, we had brought the body of Kaaka to the house. The body was brought
on 28th.
On 28th. So on the 29th, we had met and preparing him for burial.
No, ina jin mun je makabarta muna cikin bisu an gaskiya an cika sosai domin kaka saboda mutum ne da ina jin ya relate da kowa cikin garin Ejura, shi da kowa ba su da matsala.
But also, when we went to bury him, there were so many people there because Kaka had no problem with anybody in Ejura.
Shi zama muna kan kabarin nan ido ya ji ana biso, to shi muka ga dai jama'a an kwashi juna ana gudu ana zuwa can. Ni dai ban san ko me ke faruwa wajen ba.
So whilst at the cemetery in process of burial, I saw some people running away.
Youth nan kenan yaran nan.
Some of the youth were running away.
To, ina jin mu muna wajen kabarin. Kuma bakin hanyar nan da wajen kabarin akwai nisa sosai. Ya kai wajen 250 meters.
Lord, we were closer, or we were at the graveyard or grave site, and from the grave to the where they were running is about 250 meters.
She's actually wajen ni ban san abin da ya faru ba.
So I don't actually know what transpired there.
Ina jin mun biso mun kare muna sai kai muna addu'a domin YouTube. Na'am, ina jin mun biso mun kare muna sai kan kabarin muna addu'a lokacin nan YouTube na an kwashi juna an gudu an wasi an bar sauran mutane kaɗan. Shi sa mun jima kan kabarin nan mun kai more than 30 minutes.
Lord, after we had buried him and were praying for him, most of the youth had run away, leaving behind some few people.
Don na jin bayan an gama mun gama addu'a muna zuwa gari, to muna zuwa gari shi muke samun labari kamar cikin gari yaran nan suna protest, suna kan titi suna protest.
Also after the burial and we were coming back, we heard that some of the youth in the town were agitated and they want to protest.
Suna protest.
They were protesting in town.
Na'am, ina jin da mu muka zo yadda crowd yake nan. Mu kan kani mu control saboda kowan yaran ya yawa.
Now the crowd were many, so we were scanty to control them.
To muna sai bakin hanyar ina jin lokacin sallah ya kai muna sallah 12:30 12:35 lokacin sallah ya kai shi ne na gama don wani ce no already kaina na ciwo zan shiga yin sallah shi samu wajen kwanta shi na shiga gida na shiga masallacin mu zango kenan na yi sallah shi na samu jinan kwanta.
It was around 12:25, 12:30 thereof. So I was feeling a bit headache. So I decided to go to the mosque, offer my prayers, and retire for some rest.
Shi za mun shiga masallaci, na shiga masallaci muka yi sallah da jam'i muka kare ni cikin masallacin ma ni na kwanta saboda ban son disturb shi na sa phones na ruka silent.
So I entered the mosque. After we prayed, I was resting in the mosque, and I didn't want any disturbance from anywhere, so I put all my phones on silence.
Shi sa da na tashi kwana ina jin ba an yi sallar la'asar ya kai za a tada ni ma shi limamin masallacin shi ce wa kyali ne in kwanta saboda ya ga alama kaman kaina na ciwo na bashi labari kaina na ciwo shi kyali ne na kwanta to bayan la'asar kamar wurin 4:30 shi na tashi.
So Lord, during Asr time, that is around 3:34 at prayers time, somebody wanted to wake me up, but the Imam told him that he shouldn't because I had earlier informed him of my headache. So around 4:30 that I woke up.
shi sa da na tashi ma sun yi sallar la'asar shi ne arwalla ne sallah to na fito ana zazzaune gaban masallacin shi na garin kowa ya bata.
So Lord, I woke up and also offered my Asr prayer and came out and saw that some people were sitting out and they were aggrieved.
Sannan shi limamin masallacin ke ce mini kaman ku na yaran nan ke yin nan sojoji sun yi halbe-halbe ya kai sun kashe yara biyu.
So that was when the Imam told me that because of the protest of the youth, some soldiers came there and shot, and as a result, 2 people died.
Yara fudu kuma sun ji ciwo.
4 of the youth also got injured.
Sheke ce min wadda suka fito makabar suka zama ba samu 30 minutes ba.
So I asked him when, and he told me that it's about not up to 30 minutes when we returned from the barrier.
Gaskiya shi na shiga cikin damuwa sosai.
So I was very much worried when I heard this.
To da ake faru na jin da muka yi sallan isha maghrib shi na ce wasu kanni na ce da su kuma je hospital ba sauran wa'ina ka ciwo nan jin gansu so mu gaisa domin yara biyu makwabtana ne zangono muke.
Lord, after the Maghrib prayer, I got some men to accompany me to the hospital to go and attend or see those who got injured.
Da na je wasu akwai daya daga cikinsu shi ya samu jin ciwon shi bai hadu ba ranar nan aka fidda shi sauran nawa an wuce da su saboda dusi ya kama kugun guda dusi kuma kama kafan guda shi sawa an wuce su duyan kwanta.
Lord, when I went there, I was told one injury was not serious, so he had been discharged, and the others were serious, so they had been transferred to Jaya.
Shi muka komo gida.
Lord, we returned to the house.
Ina jin koma bayan wannan ban san abin da kuma ya faru ba.
Now aside this, I didn't know whatever happened again. Shi kenan.
Kuma bayan wannan ni ban sa abin da kuma ya faru.
Lord, I'm done.
Shi dai maganganu da ke yawo gari da wannan da aka nan surutan mutane.
He said aside this, he doesn't know anything again except the rumors that have been going around.
So he wasn't part of the people who were protesting.
So she wasn't the she protesting and she back a
No.
No, my Lord.
So did he get to know why they were protesting?
So kai in ce me yasa shi suke wannan protest?
Masalan lokacin da muka fito makabar muka zo ma suna ku wannan to shi ne mu ya ba mu mamaki to shi bakin yaron na gwada cewa kaman mutuwan kakan nan police su musu adalci masu adalci ba su yarda kaza.
Lord, they were protesting that they wanted justice as to the death of Kaka. So the police should do justice for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't agree.
Okay. That will be all for me. The panel members will ask me some questions.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
I can only say, may you sleep through all your problems. As you say, you were for most of the time. Now, you say to us that after you woke up, you got some people together and decided to go around to visit the hospital and so on and so forth. Why did you find this necessary?
Why kace da ka tashi kwana shi ka nemi yan uwanka nan wasu kamar su rake ka hospital nan ka je ka duba waɗanda suka ji ciwo nan. Me yasa?
Na ce muku yara biyu nan makwabtana ne.
Makwabtanka.
Muna manne da juna gida.
But the other two young men are my neighbors. That's why I decided to go visit them.
Can I also ask you, are you aware of your Kaka's cousin, you say? Are you aware of any of the family members or anyone who had requested for the police to come to the cemetery with you?
Wai ka ce ke kanin kaka ne, cousin ka ne. Ka sani kaman kwali danjannan kaka suka kira polisai kaman su zo ta yi mutu taimako daga makabiran.
Ban da labarin wannan.
I don't have any information as to this. I don't know anything about it.
And so, when you saw the police and or saw people running away, what did you think it was? I think you say you were too far away to judge what it was, about 250 meters, you say. So what did you think it was? Did you find out what was making them run? And why, after the burial prayers, none of them were there to support you?
Why da kuke cikin suka kaman suna gudu kaman tsakanin ka da inda shi suke gudun nan kaman 250 meters. Bayan kun kare biso, ka binkici abin da yasa shi suke gudun.
Da muka fito muke zuwa, mun kai bakin gejin cemetery nan, za mu wuce. To she akwai su boys da gombawa. Zan wuce lokacin muka mutane 10 muna tafiya. She suna gaya mana kaman wai sun gaya ma lorin police ne. Wai babban lori, ni dai gaskiya ban ga lorin ba. Wanda suka zo za su shiga cikin makabiran nan. Suna gaya ma police kaman kada su shiga domin cikin nan tension yake cikin nan. In suka shiga ciki, yeah, it's a problem.
Well, when I was coming back, I saw some of the Dagumba boys who were standing at the cemetery gate, and they told me that they saw the police with their water cannon, and they warned them that there was so much tension in there, so they shouldn't venture to come closer to the crowd.
So
that was what they told me, and we left.
I'd like to find out what you yourself do within the community. What's your work, and how long have you lived within the community?
Wai ke kuma me kai cikin wannan arka ko kuwa cikin arkokin abin da kake da shi?
Akwai manyan gari yayi, akwai sarakai, akwai maluma, akwai kowa, mu ba ni ba kowa bane. Akwai wa'anda da suka cancanci su yi wannan baba. Ni ba kowa bane.
Lord, we have the authorities there. As for me, I'm nobody.
I asked you what work you do, sir. What work do you do?
Oh, ni electrician.
Electrician.
Sam kuma na manage orphanage. Na da NGO, na duba yaran marayu wajen 250.
Well, he said,
electrician.
Electrician, and he manages an orphanage with about 250
orphans.
So you manage 200 orphans in your orphanage. Is this something you own, or is it set up by friends or a group of people?
Why kino na kanka ne kudi wasu suka abin?
Nino kirkiro da wasu somewhere 2015.
I set it up in 2015.
how would you generally, I take it when you say you saw some Dagomba boys standing at the, cemetery and giving you the rundown of what had happened. I take it you are not a Dagomba. Is that correct?
Why the kachi kazuka iski wasu Dagomba boys na say by King Gate. Why don't want them magana ina tana san kaman kiba ba Dagombe ba.
Ni ba Dagombe ba amma mun Dagomba wannan magana ina ji saboda muna alaka da juna.
Yes, I'm not a Dagomba, but when the Dagomba people are speaking, I understand because we always interact.
So I think my final question would be, generally, how do you young people within Ejura, how do you relate with each other, all the different tribes and the different groupings, whether it's political, whether it's social, all those social networks and groupings? What's the interaction in your view?
Why yanzu ganga ya alaka samaru nan Ejura.
No.
Kan doke shi kaman party ya alakan tsakanin rayuwar
gaskiya Ejura siyasa ya zo ya bata garin Ejura.
Well, indeed, the party politics has destroyed Ejura.
Thank you. Let me ask you for clarification. You are very certain that no family member invited the police to the to the cemetery.
Don shi kana son ka tabbata mana kaman ba duk danjin kakan da suka kira polisai kaman su zo su yi muku taimako daga makabirin. My Lord, I don't have any information to this effect.
The reason why we have been asking is that the police were here. They said they came to the cemetery at the request of Kaaka's family. That is why we keep on asking this question.
Wai abin da yasa suke ta tambaya polisai nan sun zo nan shi suka gwada mana kaman dangannan kaka suka kira su kaman su zo su yi musu taimako daga makabiran shi yasa suke wannan wadanga tambayoyi.
Ni ban da labari cewa ban sani ba ko an request polisai su zo makabira wannan ban da labari shi.
Lord, as for this, I don't have any information.
Thank you. Yes, Kaaka died and was brought to Ejura on the 28th. What, in your view, was the security situation before the 29th of June?
Kace Kaaka ya rasu aka kawo shi 28 din. She ba kafin aje bison nan she ya cikin garin nan yake
28 ma ni ba ni gari
28 na ma shi ba ka. But on the 28th I wasn't in town.
Okay. What is the general security situation prior to the death of your cousin?
To wai kafin rasuwan shi nan she ya cikin garin nan yake akan kwanciyar hankali da
to gaskiya ina jin a cikin garin Ejura dai muna zaman lafiya kamar yadda na baku labari gaskiya siyasa ya zo ya lalata da garin Ejura.
Well, as for Ejura town, it has been peaceful, and as I've also said, it is this party politics that has destroyed the town.
So, from that, can I infer that it is the politicians that are knocking the heads of the various groups together? Can I infer that?
Politicians nan suke majuna ke hada kan yara.
Wannan haka nan ne.
Yes, my lord.
During the 29th incident, you have said from the cemetery you went to the mosque to pray and took a rest because you were having some headache. I want you to see a video and I will ask you whether you are the one, because human beings resemble each other. Yes. So we will play it. I will ask whether you are in it before, if anything, we will ask. Are you the one wearing the red cap?
Yes, my Lord.
At what point, because from cemetery you went to the mosque to pray, you slept, you woke up, did your 4:30 prayer, then when you came out, you saw some persons sitting there in front of the mosque, and Imam told you something. There you organized a one or two to accompany you to the hospital.
Yeah.
At what point were you seen as it appeared in the video? Was it after you have left the mosque to go to the hospital to see the injured, as you said, or this was recorded before going to the mosque?
Don shi wai wani lokaci wanga ya faru bayan bison nan da kaje kai kwanan nan ko kuwa bayan ka fito kaje hospital kaje ka duba makwabtan kan nan wani lokaci wanga video ya faru.
Da farko da zan yi magana na gaya maka da muka fito makabira na zo bakin Citi. To da na zo bakin Citi wani media gani shi naga kamar yana grand interview ba ni kada grand interview ba. Mutane sun ga grand interview shi ne ce to bari ma na gaya wani abu.
Lord, he said that after they came back from the cemetery, he came to the streets and saw this media man who was granting interview. And I was not the only person he interviewed.
Kuma ban ce kamar from makabira na zo na wuce na je masallaci ba. Farko na gaya na ce from makabira na zo gida.
Listen. I'm not talking about the interview yet. Yeah. I'm only saying that I just want to draw your attention to the fact that you said from the cemetery you were having headache.
Yeah.
So you went to the mosque to say your prayers.
Yeah.
Then you decided to take a rest.
Yeah.
When you woke up, you said your prayers again. That was around 4:30. I just want to find out whether this video recording was made before you went to the mosque or after you have left the mosque to the hospital. I just want to know the time in which this recording was made, because we want to put your evidence in perspective. Yes.
Wai yana so ka bambanta muna lokacin da wanga ya faru domin ka wura mana kamar da kafta makabiran nan shi kanka na maka ciwo shi kaje kai azafar kai kwana a hado shi na so ya gwada kamar kafin kaje kai kwanan nan wanga ya faru ko ko bayan ka tashi kwanan nan wanga ya faru.
No, before nti masallaci.
Before kaje masallaci. Well, this was before I went to the mosque to rest.
Okay.
I want to let you see another segment of the video. Because what we want is the truth to help us come out with a report. If you withhold information, because we are not at trial, we are not trying you. We are not on trial. And so if we withhold information, it makes it difficult for us to say that because this person said this is the truth. I want you to look at something again.
Wai ina son ka duba wani abu kuma ba kaman ana cin shari'a ka bari amma ana dai son dai kaman duk abin da ka sani ka fadi don shi wani abin nan za a gwada maka ne ko da ya tuna maka wani abu shi ka fadi domin yanda dai maganganun nan duka za su fito.
See, we are doing a very meticulous work. So we had some videos. So when we are interviewing you about this, it doesn't mean we are indicting you. We want you to help us. So, Mr. Abid Wakas, this video shows that you were present when the military even arrived.
Why one video na gwada wa kaman shekara na da sojojin suka
suna can zuwa lorin su na gani can da naga lorin zuwa shi ne na sauka tun da ina son jin sallah na ci maka ina na ciwo na gangare na shiga zango lorin su na ga zuwa daga can nisa amma ba su sauko lokacin ina wurin ba.
Lord, they were far away when I saw them. And immediately I saw them, I decided, because I had not prayed, I decided I would go and pray. So I had not seen them alighted from their vehicle.
No, my point is not whether alighting or what, but there is a point you saw some action. So you asked your people to stop.
Wai kaman ka gan wani abu shi ka gaya ma yan wayen ka nan su saya.
A ban ce su saya ba, ni na saya. Ban ce ma kowa ya saya ba, ni na saya.
My Lord, I didn't ask anybody to stop, but I only stopped.
Okay. You see, in your narration, we were recording to help us come to a conclusion. You withheld all these in your evidence. That's my worry. The weakness of your evidence was such that you heard something, you went out, you were going to pray, you were going to the cemetery, the burial. After the burial, you wanted to rest. And so it looked as though you have nothing to give us. There was no involvement. You didn't see anything. That was our worry. But we have this.
Why damuwa mu ne ba? Muka duba video. Yana gwada kama she kana nan wasu abubuwa su abu. Amma da kake maganan nan kaman ka gugunta maganan nan. Shi ne yake damu.
Na yi magana.
Kai magana.
Dalili ne sa ni na gugunta maganganu na shine saboda ba ne wurin nan problem nan duke faru halbe nan aka suka yi duka ni ba ne wurin.
Lord, the reason why I decided to shorten some of my evidence was that I wasn't there when the gunshot began.
Thank you. The fact is that we know that everybody in Ejura, and in fact, the people of Ghana want the truth to come out. We all want justice to be done. But if we appear before the committee and we decide to narrate only certain things that we want to say without telling it all, sitting here, we are not magicians. You understand? But for this video which was put in by multimedia, we wouldn't have known from your testimony that you even saw what happened, because we understood you to mean that from the cemetery, yes, you saw the youth, but you just went straight, you had headache, you went to the mosque to pray, you rested, got up 4:30, you prayed, then when you came out, Imam told you something that made you to go to the hospital. You understand? If you don't help us, the justice that you are calling for, the truth you want to be told, we cannot manufacture. We must. The fact is that, yes, everybody has his opinion about what caused what. The police, they have their opinion. The military have their opinion. The chiefs have theirs, the youth have theirs, various families, they all have stories to tell. It is our duty to synchronize all these pieces of evidence to arrive at a conclusion and to make recommendations. But if those who were present are not willing to let us know exactly what took place, then the entire evidence becomes speculative. So whatever we will be working with is not concrete evidence, but the speculative imaginations and some thinking of individuals who think, let me put this thing out there, let me say this here, let me say that in there. So those of you who were on the ground when these things were unfolding, you must feel free. No, this place, nobody is indicting anybody. Nobody is causing the arrest of anybody. We don't have that power. All that we are required to do is listen to the people. The evidence they will bring, make our findings, and make recommendations. After we are done, whatever follows, we are done. You understand? For example, if your cousin's wife did not come, although we went to Ejura, we met her, we got to know she had 5 children with your cousin. If she had not come, for it to be captured here that she had 5 children with, we can't on our own record here that that lady has 5 children, aged this, and must be held in this manner until she tells her story to ask for it to be recorded. That is it. You understand? So if somebody says, well, I am in jail, but I'm not going. If a witness does not mention your name and talk about the extent of your injury, how you have been affected, we will have a situation where anything about you will not be recorded. And if it is not recorded, can we on our own just conjecture something? We can't. So we will plead with all witnesses who are appearing before us. Just say it as it is. Because there is no point in trying to conjecture about some of the evidence, and there is no point in trying to let certain evidence go unsaid. We, after finding out what happened, our duty is to make recommendations. If we have to recommend that somebody should be punished, we will do so, depending upon the evidence. And it is not a case, you see, it is not for nothing that 3 persons are sitting on them. They could have asked 1 person, go and listen to the people and come. They want us to examine the various evidence that is narrated. See which is which, and the conclusions to be drawn. Yes, allegations have been made. Counter allegations have been made. Can we sit here and say that because Abiy Akas is a learned person, so whatever he says, we should take it? That gentleman has never been to school, so whatever he says, we should not take it. No. You say yours, somebody will say his, it may be contrary to yours. At the end, we will examine, put the pieces together, and draw our conclusions. So please, we will plead with you to help us with the evidence so that we can draw the proper conclusions. Because other than that, we will also end up speculating. And everything will be speculative. That is not why we are here. Because other than that, we would not have come here in the first place. So when we ask you a question, don't think we want to get you incriminated. No. That is not our duty. You understand? So please, Prof will continue to ask his questions, but we want you to put all the things in context for us to also appreciate how the event unfolded. Thank you.
Wai nasiha ne yake maka sanan ko yake makowa nasiha. Wai abin nan da ya faru na mu duka ba wanda ke wurin. Don shi idan mun ka zo nan in kaman mu no muke wanda muke so mu fadi nan mu fadi so mu bar wanda bai taimakon committee nan. Domin duk abin da zaka zo ka fadi shi za a zana. Yaso bayan an karkare sannan su gwada manya kaman abin da ya faru na haka kane aka yi zai iya taimaki gobe wani abu haka bai faruwa kuma don shi wai kaman da suka je da abin ya faru sun je Ejura an haɗu da matan kaka ta yi magana sun san kaman yana da yara 5 amma inda kaman ba ta zo nan ga ta fadi an zana ba da bai shiga cikin takardunsu amma yanzu ga ta fari magana bakin ta an zana da shi kuma duka ya shiga cikin takardu duk abin da suka kare suke da shi sun fadi ma manya ya so taimakon da ake da shi kuma a yi kare don shi ba duk abin da ya faru aka zo a fadi duka kada a fidda wani a fadi wani a bar wani haka nan bai bari gaskiyar maganar nan ya min ga duk ya kare ya zama kamar maganar su ma za su fadi nan ka zai zama jita ne ka understand ai amma ba wanda ya ce kamar ni na gani haka amma ni ma na ji an ce babu wannan ya kare shi kuma cikin maganar su haka nan zai zama ka fahimce ni.
So, Mr. Abiwakas, the chairman has said it all. These are the things I wanted to also say. But personal, this is very personal. I don't know how it will be reported. I'm a little disappointed in you. I've got to state that. Disappointed because when I saw the video, we sat down to see all these videos. I saw you as a vibrant young man, enthusiastic, learned, who was speaking good English. And you wanted something to come out of investigations and things like that. You withheld all that with us. I'm giving you the chance that if there is anything you think you need to add, to let me believe in the vibrance I saw in the video, please add, or else I don't think we have to continue.
Why ya dame su sai bayan digan video ga sanan da ka zo kai magana da yanda ka gugunta magana kan nan shi digan bayan digan video da ya dame shi sosai shi dai kuma baka lokaci akwai wani abu da kake so ka kara cikin magananka.
ina jin na farko da zan zo nan ga ba wanda ya gayyace ni.
No one invited me here.
Ba wanda ya gayyace ni nan ga dalili ne sa na zo saboda na ga an buga an dibe video na rana ina duba aka play wanga video no.
The reason why I came was that I saw this video of mine being played.
She daga baya kuma na kuma ga an dibe wani video na ina cikin studio ina magana dangane da marayu na.
And later too I saw my video being played about my orphanage.
Nan ganga shi nace a'a tunna haka ya faru ni ba shi an gayyace ni ni da kaina na zo.
So when I saw these 2 videos I decided to come uninvited.
Kuma da nazo alqur'ani kenan shi da na dauki na rantsuwa.
And when I came I have sworn by the Holy Quran.
Nay kariya duniya kiyama Allah sai ya sayar da ni.
That I'm not going to lie. If I lie, Allah will judge me.
Kamar
You finish.
kamar yadda nake magana abin ne ya faru wajen halbi nan ni ba ni wurin ban gani ba.
Well, as I've earlier on said, I was not present when the gunshot began, and I didn't see how it came about.
Because na ce muku ina sai inna sojojin suka tunkaro suke zo yana da nisa suna can zuwa to lokacin na she ina join us na mini interview she ina ga kuma na ga musu wasu evidences da dama lokacin da kaka ke raye video na kaka yayi da audios na wa'anda ke threaten kaka inda ba don wannan ma ba da ni ban interview da zan wuce gidan direct amma saboda video akwai video lokacin da kaka ke raye kaka yayi magana wa'annan suka yi threatin shi, sa'an nan audio wa'annan suka zo suna threatin kaka ya recordin su, she ina gaya mu journalist na ga abin nisa yasa duk nisa da naga sojojin she ni na saya.
Well, the reason why I said that was that I delayed a bit was that the Joy News wanted to interview me, and I also had in my possession the video of Kaka telling me or saying those who had been threatening him. So I wanted to give this evidence to Joy people before I would have gone to the mosque.
Shi yasa da na gama ina cikin magana, an kun lura ina cikin magana da naga sojojin tun can shi na saya.
So if you observe the video very well, as I was talking and stopped, that was when I spotted the military emerge.
Shi na saya.
And stopped.
Da na saya kuma ban sani da na saya sun gane kuma cikin video nan.
And at that moment, I was never seen again in the video.
Shi yasa from wujin da na saya from wujin nan ni ne gangara, in kun tambaye journalist da kan sha ga mu ka kun junction yana gangara zuwa angonmu, from wujin nan sport nan na gangara ne da shiga angonmu na je masallaci.
At the point that he stopped, that was just when he branched to a certain road and went to the mosque.
Kuma na gaya ma journalist cewa lokacin da kaka ke raye wasu sun threat kaka kamar in bai bar abin da yake nuna sun buga shi, abin da ya same shi shi ya nemi.
Lord, I told the journalist that during the lifetime of Kaka, he said that some people were threatening him that if he doesn't stop what he was doing, they will teach him lesson.
Sana akwai video na kaka yayi sannan ya mutu.
And there is a video Kaka made before his death.
Kaman wasu ya aiko wa'annan mutane kaman su zo su bashi labari in bai bar wannan aiki ba abin da ya same shi shi ya nemi.
That some people were sent to him that if he doesn't stop what he was doing, whatever happens to him, he created it for
Shin na
himself.
gaya ma journalist na.
So I was telling all these to the journalist.
Shi journalist ya tambaye ni wannan evidence duka muna da shi. Shi na ce ni ce akwai video nan akwai audio nan duka.
So Lord, the journalist asked me that if I have evidence to the effect of all this that I'm telling him, and I told him yes, I have the video and the audios to that effect.
Well, you see, the reason why we did not invite the entire Ejura community with written requests for them to testify is not because we don't want people to come and testify. The fact is that sitting here, how do we determine who was where and who did what? We don't know. So to avoid that, we only extended invitation to the opinion leaders, either by digital means or by a phone call, until a person's name surfaces and there is the need for that person to come and testify. Then we maybe send information to the person through somebody that, please, can you tell this person to appear? In your case, like all the deceased families, we did not send written invitation. We rather informed the Dagomba chief, we informed the Ejura Hene and his elders to let the people know, anyone who has something to tell us. You see, invitation doesn't always require a written document. It can be a phone call. You know, in this digital age, how many times do we write letters? You get me. So, yes, you know, we got to even know your identity when yesterday we were playing all the videos that have been tendered, not yours alone. About 5 hours we were sitting down watching all the videos one by one. You understand? So if you had not come today, we would have called either the Dagomba chief or Nana Ejura to let us know the identity of this person. Tell the person to come. So it is not a case of we know particular persons and we are inviting. No. As for the opinion leaders, the chief, the elders, the institutions, assemblyman, and all these things, you know, these are people you can easily identify. But the others, it's very difficult to determine who should be invited. That is why the announcement went to the chief and the Dagoma chief that they should let the people know. So that explains why you were not specifically invited. But we thank you for coming on your own. That is what we want. Coming on your own, that look, this thing has happened. Ejura, we don't like that. I have information, let me go and give it to them. That is the spirit that we are looking for. We thank you. Prof will ask one last question.
Why Munama would ask to say, why I've been a day near Faru, as I quit my Yagari, Suni Akasan Swaka Chief. Amma, what the Suke King Gary Nuska Sankaman, I quit one up and the Sukmoska Sani, Ambas Hanya amongst Su. Amma Kamanskin, I kill come on, Sunan Wani, Abundu, Nasuki, Nimamishi, Sun Ia, Su Kiramanjan was come on, Wani, Sunan Shwanini, Kunimo Muna Shimuna Nimanshi. Don't she wait chicken Kaleka videos in Sukaganka? Don't she soon go the Makan the Kazuyo? Ndama Kazuba, now Swing Kiraka. Don't she chicken I kick Sunan, come on soon, don't want it to Kirashi, soon Kirashi. Amma a caricature, Popa, Gideon, come on, we won the Sukasan, Sunada, Osuma, Garudaski, soon yes. I've been those key,
yes, as the chairman has said. That you came on your own is commendable, and that's what we wanted. And that when I gave you the chance to see, you were adding some things on. And when I said I was disappointed in you, that is exactly what I meant. See, you are collaborating a lot of the things that Kaka's wife herself said. Why were you hiding them? And again, the videos we have watched, you were promising the journalists, as you have just said yourself, that you have a video like this, video like that. Don't you think we, the committee members, also need the authentic videos that you have? And you were withholding all that from us. That was my disappointment.
Why the anchor for back and look at Chikan was so much the Matanka, Cataluta Fadi, Kikukazu, Katampata, the one Magana, Amma, a Farko, the Kai Maganaka, Bakafadi, one number, look about the Kafit, the one number, she none the Damish. Then way videos none the kaki funny the command that ear kaba enjoy. But the sun command one videos was most not in Maba.
Gaskiya ne ina jin da na zo na present na ba na dauki videos nan na ba su sana da audio na ake treat kaka before ya mutu nan na ba su sana da video ne yake magana cewa kaman wani ya turo su a zo a treating shi aikin bai bari ba abin da ya same shi ne ina jin na ba su na ba su.
Lord, I presented all the videos and the audios to the technicians when I came.
Thank you. You earlier on stated that you saw your video being played. Where did you see that video being played?
Kace kagan video kan nan da shi ake bugawa. Ina kaga ake buga video. Nangano. Brother, I saw it here.
You saw it here.
Yeah.
Very well. Is that video the one we just showed you?
Wai video nan ne wanda aka gwada maka yanzu gano.
Ba shi ba wannan ba guda akwai guda.
No, it's not this one. There is one.
Is it the one you were being interviewed by a certain gentleman?
Why shine shi wani samari yake ma interview nan ko dai. Yes, my lord.
Yes, please can you show it to him for him to identify it? Yes. You said you saw this video. Can I ask whether, because this video, the committee has not shown it outside the four corners of this room. Were you present when it was tendered and we played it? Were you here when we played that video that day?
Why video nan da kake faɗin nan shekara na da suka buga wannan video?
Ina zaune na duban television. Shi na ga sun bari an buga video nan. To video nan yana cikin kamar 1 to 2 minutes.
Were you here when the video was played?
Ina gida ina Ejura.
I was in the house and I watched it on TV.
You were in the house
Yeah.
and you watched it on TV. Thank you. That is all that I wanted. They will play the video for you to identify. Is it the video that you are talking about?
Video ga shi kake batun shi.
Shi kenan.
Yes, my.
Yes. It was said in Hausa. The interview was conducted in Hausa.
Wai an yi maka interview na cikin Hausa.
Shi kenan.
Yeah.
You, in brief, tell the committee what the entire interview was about so that we can also capture it. Because if it comes from the horse's own mouth, it carries more weight than, because you did not give us this video, somebody brought it. You understand? The reason why the person brought it is up to him. But if you are narrating what you said or what the subject matter was in the video, to be helpful. So can you briefly tell us, if you can recollect?
Wai kai ya suna sadda mu ko ka ga muna a takaice dai wannan video abinda kuka yi firan da kuka yi maganganun da
Haka nan na iya.
Yes, my brother. See.
Ina jin nan ganga kan guidance TV kenan.
Well, this was on Guidance TV.
Saboda ina duban marayu.
Guidance TV.
Guidance. Saboda ina duban marayu.
Well, it's because I take care of the orphans.
Isa suna yawan follow na, suna yawan bibiya na kan Facebook.
And so they usually follow me on Facebook.
Shi sa ranar nan shi suka kira ne wanda yayi sun ga alama ina da marayu da yawa, ina kokari kwarai da sun bani opportunity in zo kan station na so mu program saboda ban da sponsorship turu wannan na yin samu sponsorship.
So they invited me to the station. They invited me to the station that they've seen my effort regarding the orphanage. So they wanted to publish my orphanage so that maybe I may get a sponsorship.
Shi sa mun yi program mun kare ina jin bayan mutuwan kaka kenan domin da on 27th ni ban gida na ti saboda program ne kai ni Accra.
Lord, this was on the 27th.
Wangan ga 28th ke ga program nga.
Wanga 28th. This was on the 28th because at the time of the death of Kaka, I wasn't in town.
27th da sassafe na tafi Accra.
I left at the dawn of 27th to Accra.
Shi sa mun gama program marayun nan. Mun gama program marayu.
So after we had finished with the program of the orphanage,
to shi ke tambaya na ya dangantakan tsakanin ni da kaka.
They asked me of my relationship with Kaka.
Shi na ce kai zina ne.
And I told them that Kaka is my cousin.
Shi na ce kai zina ne. Shi host ne ce wa kai zina na ce washi sa ya ga lokacin muke program nan kamar raina ya bata na ce gaskiya ne ba ni cikin kwanciyar hankali.
The host then told me that he has seen that I'm worried when we were conducting the program.
Shi ce tambaye ni wani iya yi wani bayani kadan dangane da mutuwan kakan nan.
He then asked me if I can narrate something small about the death of Kaka.
Shi na ce mai shi na ce mai na ce na iya. Shi fara tambaya na menene na kaka, shi na gaya mai.
So Lord, he asked of the specific relationship between me and Kaka, and I told him.
Shi tambaye ni a batun mutuwan kakan ganga, na yi show ba wasu mutane karkashin wannan mutuwa sababi yanzu kakai mutu.
And he further asked that, don't I think that there might be some people who might have killed Kaka, or who might be behind the death of Kaka?
Shi na ce ni dai ban iya gaya, ban iya ce kamar wani da wani ne, amma akwai from bakin kaka da kanshi.
Lord, I told them that I cannot specifically mention that this person or this person, but what I can say is that from the horse's own mouth, that is from the Kaka himself.
Kaka an sun threat kaka ba dai ba biyu ba. Wasu mutane sun threat kaka ba dai ba biyu ba.
That some people threatened him on several occasions.
Kuma kaka ya record da suka zo threaten shi, akwai recording na kaka ya record su.
And Kaka recorded them when they came to threaten him.
Sa'an nan kuma bayan wannan gabanin kaka ya mutu, kaka ya yi video.
And prior to the death of Kaka, he also did a video.
Ya video yana buga sunan MC Ejura.
Mentioned the name of the MC for Ejura.
Honorable Mohammed Nafiu.
Honorable Mohammed Nafiu.
Cewa shi Honorable Mohammed Nafiu ya turo boys shi su zo su bashi warning.
And said that it was Honorable Mohammed Nafiu who directed his thugs to come and attack him, or to come and warn him.
Cewa ababen da yake dauka yake dibe kan Facebook
with regard to his post on Facebook.
Yana yawan dokan kaman project na ba karkare ba ko matsaloli da Ejura ke face. Yana dibe kan Facebook yana za a yi ja attention mutane a iya a zo a gyara.
Lord, his post was to the effect that he goes out to capture videos of unfinished projects, and then wherever he sees that there are some lapses of development, he will capture them and take it to the Facebook. So this was what Kaka was doing.
Shi bakin kaka kenan kaka ke faɗi cikin video nan. Wai yin wannan ababen nan yana expose shi kaka na expose shi MC nan.
So this was what Kaka told me, that because of what he was doing, it is exposing the lapses of the MC.
Shi sun zo su bashi warning.
So they have come to warn him.
Shi kaka ke faɗi wai in dai sun ce in dai bai bari ba abin da ya same shi duka. Salisu mun bai ce abin da ya same shi duka shi kaka ya jama kanshi.
So this was what Kaka told me, that they warned him that if he doesn't stop, whatever happens to him, he created it for himself.
We thank you very much. This is all that we wanted. Yes, what you know, you tell us. Then after considering all the evidence that has been put before us, we will also make the appropriate recommendations. Thank you very much. Yes, you said you have brought some videos. Yes, which one? We have not had the opportunity of seeing any of them yet, because you apparently brought it this morning. Yeah. Do you want to speak to any of them, any particular one of them?
When
Because we don't know the number of videos you have brought. How many videos did you bring this morning?
Audio gudani.
One audio.
One video.
Videos nan kaman uku ne ko fudu haka ina yin tuna.
3 or 4 videos.
3 or 4
videos.
videos.
But one audio.
One audio. Okay. He's saying 5 videos.
5 videos, Kalash.
And 1 audio.
Well, he said it's correct. 5 videos.
Very well. Then let's start with the audio. Then if you can speak to it, then maybe we will pick 1 or 2 because we don't know the length of them. And if it runs into 2-3 hours, we cannot. When we go, we will examine it. The relevant portions that we have to capture, we will capture. Because that is what we did with all the videos. Yes. We look at 1 or 2, then the rest we will go and examine them ourselves. So start with the audio. Please stop it. Yes. Is this the audio that you presented?
Audio 19.
Can you speak to this audio? What does it relate to?
Wanga audio ne ya je yana duka wani project. Yana duka wani project ne. Je nuna ma duniya kan Facebook ga abin da ke gudana cikin Ejura dangane da lamarin fix the country. Shi suka chase shi wurin.
Well, this audio was when he went to capture some projects and some people went there to attack him.
We will get that man who is standing near you to break it down in English for us to capture everything. Yes. Can you play the video, the first one? Is it Kaka?
Where Kakaki? Yes, my lord.
Yes, Yes, sir. Sorry for reminding you of your cousin. May I find out from you, this video, was it given to you by Kaka himself, or you took it from one of his social media platforms?
Why video ga Kaka da kan shi ba ka kodi ka dauke shi ne akan platform shi.
Ranar video ga da kan shi ina kuma singa shi ina babu. Shi sa da na je gida na kan shi kan social media ne, ni da ce send me. She sent me through WhatsApp.
Lord, I saw this on the social media and I called him to send me this video. So he sent me this personally on WhatsApp.
We will not interrogate you on the content because you are not the person who made the video. You understand? But whatever has been said in it, we will capture it in our evidence. Because if we have to interrogate you on the content, we will not be fair to you. Please play this. You said 5 videos. We will just play 2 now and see what. Thank you. What is this related to?
Kamar ranar yau a ranar Mandi, hanyar cikin kasuwan hanyar na cuku ba securities yana zuwa ne yana sai yana direct traffic, yana direct luruka, yana direct motoci, yana za a yi garin ya yi kyau.
On Mondays there are traffic in town, so he usually goes there to direct the traffic.
Okay. Thank you very much. We are very grateful to you for the assistance you offered to the committee. We will take our time, go through all the videos. Those in Hausa, we will get our interpreter to break it down for us to record. And whatever recommendations that we have to make, we will also put it in the report. We thank you. May Allah take you back safely to Ejura. Thank you.
Ni mana gode kurai.